So welcome to the masterclass, guys. Obviously, today's masterclass is about, would you impress, would you impress our scouts at one of our train effective camps? Okay. So we're going to start off with analyzing a game from our camp. So the black team are train effective and the red team are Hemel Hempstead. So we're going to analyze train effective and see how the boys do, and we're going to go through it and see what they do well, what they can improve on, in and out of position. And I'll show you another clip after of a player that's been scouted from our camp, and then we'll do a little Q&A at the end as well. Okay, so we'll get started with this first video. As you can see during the game now, train effective in black, pretty solid shape. Good defending, good clearance. You can tell here, train effective started a bit slow, but they're growing into it. Keeping the ball now, being patient. That's great centre mid play. It's a risky ball. Again, good defending. Again, you've got a striker coming back to help out the players. Does well there. So I'm just going to pull it back there. So for any of you, creative players out there, have a look at this. So the striker wins it, plays it to the attacker mid. His best option now, because he loses it in a second, but his best option now is to play the pass here. If he plays that pass, what happens is he's going to have to make a decision whether to go or to drop off. Okay. So once he plays that pass, he's going to be higher up. So he's going to be 1v1 with this defender here. Okay. This winger is going to be making that run over here. So technically, it's going to be a 3v3 situation. That's a great position for train effective to go and try and get a goal. But he delays, and then he ends up giving the ball away, which stops the attack. Delays, gives the ball away, and Hemel are back on the attack. Train effective being patient, as you can see the goalkeeper as well, with his feet, good distribution. Again, not rushing it. Dangerous pass, but the centre mid bails him out. Have a look here, guys. Any centre backs, right? I'm gonna just pull that back a little bit. So the centre back gets the ball, okay, and they're not really pressing him. So for all you centre backs out there, he's received it. No real press from any of the strikers from their team. He's got space to run into. What does that do? So what happens is if he runs into that space, that will open up space for one, um, or open up space for another player in his team. Okay. Because again, he's going to pull out one of these players to come and press him. So it's very important as a centre back in this day and age. You have to be able to be comfortable on the ball and come out with the ball if you can. You know, if you've got space to go into, do it. Committed player. So he's patient, he's patient. He sees I'm not getting pressed. He goes forward with the ball. He's space, he's in space, but he plays a great ball. Great ball to the winger to go on the attack. And he's unlucky. He's unlucky there. Gives the foul away. So that is the first clip. Go on the second clip now. Start the second clip off from where the free kick is. Good defending. And again, good shape from Train Effective. Good solid shape. Receive the ball. Centre mid comfortable. Plays back. Start again. Patience. So again, keeper gets the ball. Comfortable. He's not getting pressed. Not afraid. Again, another great pass. That's great distribution. So we have a look again. Any goalkeepers, in the masterclass, for goalkeepers, very, very important as well. Yeah, you need to be a good shot stopper. You have to have good reflexes, come out for crosses, etc. But your distribution, so, so important. A lot of teams, they're ball playing teams. They need their keeper as an extra player. So keeper again, great pass. He sees a space in behind, and it's a fantastic, fantastic ball, which gets Train Effective on the attack. Winger needs to do a little bit better to pick out, his winger or the striker, but unlucky. Forward just a little bit. So as you can see at our camps, all the players support each other. They get behind each other. Um, the players that are not playing who are either the younger group, because this is the over 18s, so the younger group are supporting the boys, which, it's great to see. It's a very friendly camp, very friendly environment, and, you'll make friends, for life, really. So Train Effective, receive the ball again, start again. So over here, right now, he gets himself the cam. This is the cam. He gets himself in a pocket. Fine, great position picked up. Receives the ball. He has he can't really play any of these guys. They've covered it off. So what we always say is play the way you're facing. So there's no problem with him just passing it back to the centre back and start again. What happens then? The centre back has the whole pitch. He has the whole pitch. He can see everything. So if he plays that back, it opens up the pitch. He can play it there. He can play it there. He can switch it there. but this is why you should never force it. So play the way you're forcing, play the way you're facing, and never try and force, the pass to try and, make yourself look good or whatever. If it's on, fine, no problem, penetrate. But if it's not on in this situation, as you can see, play the easy ball. I'm just gonna just take that back a little bit. That's great striker play. So for all the strikers in here, so what scouts look for, right? For as a striker, you need to be able to obviously score goals, be comfortable in front of goal, use both feet, make good runs in behind, work hard, but at the same time, your link up play, your hold up play. Because as a striker, you're going to be playing with your back to goal a lot of the game. So in this situation, you can see one of our train effective players. He's playing as a number 9 on his own up top. Okay, he's a bit isolated. So when the ball comes into him, has to make it stick. He has to hold the ball up for his team so they can get up the pitch. So as you can see here, centre mid picks it up, great ball into him. Striker, can you hold it? Yeah, brilliant. Uses the body well, sets it to the cam, and train effective on the attack now. It's dangerous position. They get a corner out of it. But that comes from the striker holding the ball up. So now we see the corner. Another corner. We'll go on to the next clip now. Okay. So next clip. Corner for Hemel. Well dealt with. Not really great dealing with actually. So Hemel on the attack now. Good defending. But give the ball away again cheaply. Wins it back, wins a free kick. So now it gives a chance for train effective just to relax a little bit, kill the game a little bit, and get the ball moving. Again, the keeper happy to take it. He's good with his feet, get his team up the pitch, to take this free kick. Difficult ball, that one. Strikers in here. Great recovery. Great recovery. So we'll take that back now and we'll see where the problem occurred. So as you can see, centre backs have become, come high up. So there's one striker there in between the two centre halves. He has the ball. Striker makes a good run in behind. He's onside as well. But the defenders get caught out with one long ball, which shouldn't really happen. So in this scenario, this centre back here should cover, right? So anything over the top, he'd be able to sweep up. He doesn't. He stops as well, but he makes a great recovery challenge to save it going in a goal. So again, scouts looking They're going to see what they did wrong, but at the same time, they still had the mental capacity to understand. I'm going to trap back. I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to, win the ball and not let the ball go in the net. Striker again here does brilliantly, brilliantly. Wins himself a free kick for his team high up the pitch. So for all you strikers there, sometimes you're going to have games where you might be isolated up top. You might not have, support from your team. So it's really important that when the ball does come, you have to make sure you hold it. You have to make sure you get something. That will get your team up the pitch. Otherwise, if you don't, and the defender just keeps getting off you, your team's going to be under pressure. So the striker does really well here. Mhm. So we just fast forward this. Now it's problems, but messes up. Still not fully dealt with, and Hemel are on the attack. So now train effective just holding their shape again. They're not really pressing, they're just holding. They're happy for Hemel just to come to them. Really important that they're communicating with each other. Good challenge from the centre mid. Striker on the ball. It's unlucky there. It's unlucky. But again, for the strikers out there, if I just go back to where it was, right? So you can see the strikers come back to help his midfielders out. Doesn't really have any support. He's on his own, isn't he? He's on his own. He has to get something. He has to get something. Try and hold it up. Try and win a free kick, which he does. And that gets his team up the pitch. Football's a simple game, but a lot of players try and complicate it. So that is the next one. We'll go on the next clip now. So again, keeper knocks it long. But in this situation, the striker allows the centre half to get in front of him. So this is the only time where it's he hasn't done what he should have. He should have got in front of that defender. So again, have a look, guys. So here, he needs to make sure while that ball's traveling, get yourself in front of that defender, make a nuisance, hold the ball up, win a free kick, do something. But he allows the defender to get his head on it, um, which ruins the attack for train effective. But he's in now. He's in. Can he get something? Wins a corner. Wins a corner. Again, patient. Train effective, just being patient. You don't need to force it. They're just Hemel not really pressing them either. Great movement by the centre half there. If we go back and have a look at his movement, he saw the space in there, made himself an option, He was there. He saw the space in there. He saw this striker was pressing this defender. He said, "All right, if he's going there, there's space in there. I'll make myself an option, receive it, start, and play out again." It's great play. And as a scout, if you're looking at that, you're thinking to yourself, "That's great centre half play," because he's used his intelligence. He's not afraid to go and get the ball and play out again to get his team, starting the attack. As well as defenders, centre backs, you've got to be strong defensively, be aggressive, win your headers, win your tackles. But on the ball, it's really important that you're comfortable. Poor pass from him, poor pass from him, which gives the ball away. But the first bit was really good. Good clean up from the defender. Striker holds the ball. He needs, can he do something? Again, keeps the ball ticking. Great pass from the centre mid, winger offside. Shot on a little bit. So again, Hemel just keeping the ball. This is a problem now. So off the ball, portraying effective. So in this situation, you can see striker pressing the player on the ball, winger as the right back, midfielders jumped on to this centre mid, this centre mid jumped onto this one. So this striker has just creeped into this pocket here and no one's picking them up. In this scenario, what needs to happen is communication needs to happen from the back line because obviously they can see this. They can see this. And this is where communication is so important in football, guys. Football is not played on mute. You need to make sure you communicate with your teammates. You shout at them, you scream at them, telling them there's a man behind you, there's a man on your left. Or you take ownership yourself. So in this instant, this centre back is not marking anyone. He could probably jump. He could probably jump, okay, and get tight on him. Or he could tell his left back to do that, and he can stay there. So again, it's all about communication because now these two, if they get the ball on a half turn, train effective are in trouble. What happens is turns, now they're in the attack. Good tracking back from the cam. Getting a big kick. Again, train effective, very patient. The striker here. So what the striker should really do, because he's playing up top on his own, what he should do, right? He should always show them one way. So he doesn't want to keep running up and down, pressing both centre halves because he's just going to get tired. So he should always position his body. So right now, that ball's gone into the centre half. He should make sure he closes off the pass to this centre half and also like be in between the keeper and the centre back to make sure he cuts off that line there. So he shows this defender, he says, go on, go there, go down there. Because once he shows him that way, that means his teammates know, cool, we will all shuffle over and press him in here. So now he sees the opportunity. He goes, he goes, he goes. They give it away. Training effect to get the ball back. So it's about timing, making sure you do it at the right time, making sure you show them one way and your teammates back you up. So here, great centre mid play. So all the centre mids out there, have a look at this. That's our centre mid there. Watch him. He's looking over his shoulder. As another look, as one more look here. He's putting a picture in his head. He's saying, okay, I'm looking at where my teammates are and I'm looking at where the opposition are. Can I turn and So in his head right now, he knows where his next pass is going to be. Has another look, one more look, takes a touch, starts the attack. Simple stuff, but makes a big difference, guys. Right back gives the ball away, but great centre mid play. So again, the striker needs to show them one way. So as you saw that, so as I spoke to you guys earlier about, no communication in the pockets, in this scenario happens again. There's a flat three, centre mids, flat three. Should never happen. Should never happen. He needs to communicate with his other centre mid to see who picks this one up. Okay. He's obviously on this one and one of the centre halves on the striker. Very simple. But then, obviously, behind the ref, there's another man there. He needs to communicate. Either he needs to tell this, he needs to tell him, man on your left, early, or he needs to go and shut it himself. But this is where communication is so important, guys. So again, they don't deal with it on the half turn, and they're on the attack. Good ball in, very effective deal with it. Again, patient, patient. They're happy to just let them have it there. Good defending from the fullback. So as a fullback's really, really important. A big, what scouts look for in fullbacks is a fullback that first and foremost, 1v1 defensively is strong. So if you're a fullback, the main priority for yourself is, can you give the winger a hard time? Okay. When during the game, don't allow the winger to get past you in a 1v1 situation. Be hard to beat. Then the rest, the fundamentals, the technical ability, going forwards, that can come after. But first thing that all scouts look for in a fullback is defensively 1v1. So he deals with it well there. So now, training effect on the counter attack. Mistake. Big chance here. Plays the right pass. We'll go back. We'll go back. So the mistake here. Okay. He's made a mistake. Big opportunity here. They are 3-on-1. He's obviously coming back, but technically right now it's 3-on-1. He plays the right pass. The winger's made a great run. He plays the right pass. But this is where the difference is with the elite players and the average kind of players that don't make it to the top. Decision making. Decision making is the most important thing of football. You can be the best dribbler, you can, be that's unbelievably technically, but if you don't make the right decisions, you're going to kill your team and you're going to waste opportunities like this. So in this scenario, the ball comes in, all he has to do is slide him in. If he slides his striker in, he has a tapping, he scores. Okay. But he delays, and the chance goes begging. So make sure, guys, when you get into these kind of positions during your games, make sure you always play with your head high. You're looking around, you're seeing where your teammates are. If a teammate is in a better position, put him in. If you feel like the teammate's not in a better position and your option is, I need to do a bit of magic here and I need to go myself, that's fine. But again, it comes from your game understanding and understanding what the best choice in that moment is. So he doesn't pass it, takes a heavy touch, chance goes begging. Great work again by the fullback. So fullbacks have to be, on the front foot and know when to go high, know when to drop off. So in this scenario, he saw he's going to play that pass. He's not going to allow him to get it, but he doesn't want him to get it and turn and drive at him. He's going to get that early. So you need to always choose when you want to go tight on, when you feel like you'd rather drop off. But in this scenario, he makes the right decision. He goes high, wins it, and that's great defending. Okay. Train effective again, starting again, patient. Big chance there. So we're going to final clip now. Final clip. There's a free kick to Hemel in a dangerous position as well. So right now the score is 0-0 in this game. Poor free kick, to be fair. Striker picks it up. Great decision, great pass. Made the right decision there. Let's just rewind that now, right? Rewind that. For players, why, working hard and work rate is so important in football, okay? Especially if you're coming to a train effective camp and you don't work hard and you feel like you're good enough to be scouted. The first thing is you have to make sure you work hard. It's a given. If you don't work hard and you're lazy, no scouts, no coaches are gonna have a look at you. So in this situation here, this winger has started all the way from near enough, the edge of his box. He understands there's a possibility I need to get up the pitch because we're on a break. We could score a goal here and I need to help my teammate. Look at the yards he covers just to try and get on the end of this cross. It's what you call desire, work rate. It's full on sprint. And it's unlucky. If it was a better cross, he could have maybe, had an easy header. But he still doesn't stop. He's still going. He's still going. And that's the difference, guys. That is the difference. And if a scout's looking at him in that moment, they'd say, tick, we love that. Full on from his work rate. Okay, yeah, he didn't get the ball at the end. He didn't, it was too high for him. But just from that run, just from that hard work, he already made the scouts give him a tick for his work rate and his desire. And then we come to the second bit here. In football, you have to make sure when you understand the game, you anticipate danger, you anticipate where you feel like the opposition are gonna make the next pass. So this defender has the ball. His really only option is right now is to play this guy here. Have a look at our centre mid. Our centre mid anticipates where he's going to pass it. And he gets on the move before he's even passed it because he knows if that pass is going into him and he can win it, we're on the attack and we can score a goal. So have a look. Look, he's ready. He's ready. He goes. He goes. He nicks it. Striker, 1v1, a yard, bang. 1-0 train effective. You can see the celebrations, great celebrations from the boys. The boys love it, man. Great finish. So we just look at that again. So let me just go back one more. So great play by the centre mid to win it. Okay. He's read it early. He's won it. Striker now, 1v1 with the defender. Any strikers out there, get a yard. He gets himself a yard. Great strike. Goal. Okay. That's all it is. That's all it is. Football is a simple sport. Centre mid anticipates it. Striker gets himself a yard, buries it. And great celebrations. So 1-0 train effective. So the ball, him will kick off again. Again, train effective, happy to hold their shape. They don't want to press, they just want to hold. They look fairly comfortable now. The striker's he's dropping in on the CDM to help out as another player in the midfield. Good defended goal kick. So again, train effective, playing out from the back. Um, this is great. This is a great turn, but we'll start before that and see. Have a look. Have a look at the centre mid in our team. He's scanned once. Okay. Have a look at him. Scanned again. That's 2 scans. He's had another little scan on his right. So he's had 3 scans in less than maybe 3 seconds. Okay. And he's made sure he knows his surroundings. He knows where his teammates are, he knows where their opposition are. So he has a picture in his head of what he's going to do when that ball comes into him. Great turn, and he's away, starts off the attack. So that's great centre mid play. And again, a scout looking at him, that's a tick, being comfortable on the ball, having a picture in your head before you receive the ball. Should do better, gives it away cheaply. And now he's 1v1 with a fullback. 1v1 defensively, great defending. Great defending. And that's what you want from your fullback. 1v1 defensively, strong, make it difficult for the winger, and it's a goal kick for train effective. Great kick from the keeper. All the space in the world. All the time in the world for that player. Again, we'll just take it back now. So that fullback, he's just defended this situation. Okay, but his job's not done because we have the ball now. And as a fullback, you have to make sure, you help out in attack as well. He's on the overlap again, as you can see, making that run, creating a double up on this fullback and making sure this winger comes back. Great cross. It's unlucky. So for fullbacks, yes, defensively you have to be good, but as you can see in the situation, he defended a 1v1 a minute ago, and as soon as train effective got the ball, he knew I got a bomb on here. I got to make a 2v1 going forwards, make myself an option, which creates an overload. Okay, so really important, guys. You don't switch off. So after you do something good, never switch off because the game changes in seconds. Hmm. So again, train effective, happy to stand off. Need to try and show them one way. So that's a problem there already. Already. Again, centre backs. Have a look at this. So in this scenario, striker's making a run here. He needs to communicate with a centre half and tell him, he's coming. He's making a run. He's coming towards you. So this centre half should just literally drop off to cover that ball over the top, and then obviously he goes with the runner. Okay, so he'll drop off, and he goes into that space there to cover anything that if the ball ends up going in that area. So, but what they do here is you should never do. So this centre half decides to go across. Okay, he tries to think, the ball's gonna go in there, which is the wrong move because if that ball is a good ball in there, striker's in. Striker's in, and he's 1v1 with our keeper. So he's gone into no man's land. Now he's headed it to them. Right now, have a look at these two centre backs. So they should just leave it as it is. So they ended up switching positions. He was the right centre back and he was the left centre back. But now he's the right centre back and he's the left one. So they've ended up crossing over. So they just leave it as that. And then when the ball goes out, they can switch again. But they don't. They decide to switch right now. And when they decide to do that, they're all over the shop. The fullback's too high. He's out of position, and again, it's a dangerous position for Hemel to go and score. And there's like 30 seconds, 1 minute till half time as well. So game management is so important here. One little mistake has put, train effective under pressure. So it's really important. If you've got 1 minute left, 2 minutes left till half time, manage the game. Always make sure you manage the game, and that comes with game experience. Cross comes in the box. Great play by the keeper. Brilliant keeper. Comes out for the cross and punches it. It's a really important trait for keepers. Any crosses like that and you coming out and punching or catching it, it takes the pressure off, your teammates. And again, as a scout, you're watching on, you're seeing, okay, he's great with his feet. He showed his distribution. But as well as that, he's coming out, he's claiming crosses, and he's taking the pressure off his teammates. So they switch off here. Train effective switch off. This man's spare. But the problem comes here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 reds here unmarked. And these guys are marking. But they decide to follow the ball rather than stay with their men. Or the whole team needs to push up to leave them offside, but they don't. So they do neither. And they decide to follow the ball, leaves the men at the back spare, header in the back of them. And it's 1-1. So yeah. So hopefully you guys saw, some clips from our camps, which shows you the kind of, the experience they have, the games they play in, the kind of the pressure they're in to show themselves in front of our scouts and in front of the coaches, but as well as that, the support they get from each other and also the boys that are, the younger age group that are not playing, they're all supporting each other. So it's really, really important that, at our camps, it's a friendly environment, it's a fun environment. You learn, you develop. You're around top coaches every single day who work with Premier League academy players. You're basically living like a pro at our camps. Okay, so you're there for either 1, 2, or 3 weeks. You live like a pro. Everything we do is at a professional standard, so we replicate professional camps and professional academies in the UK on a day-to-day basis. So players there, you have double training sessions a day, morning and afternoon. You have mental masterclass sessions live, over there. You have tactical sessions. We work on your strength and conditioning in the gym. We work on your recovery with our ice baths. We take you to the pool. So yeah, when you're there, you literally live the life of a pro footballer. And it's a great experience. So And these boys love it. And we get a lot of boys who come back all the time, year in, year out to take part in these camps. So that is from the game. I'm going to show you now a little clip of one of our players who has been scouted. Okay. He's currently at West Ham now, Hugo. He joined our camp last year. And this is the level, guys. This is the level. Give me 1 second. I'll put it as a full screen. Don't know why it's not working. 1 second. Cool. Temi, can you see my screen? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I was out for like 2 minutes
No
because my
worries.
cell phone like shut down.
Yeah,
So
no problem at all. So what I was saying is I was talking about our camps, okay, and how it's a fun environment, where players come and learn, develop, and you're around other professional coaches who work with players every day at these academy clubs, and obviously the support you get from all the players from all over the world. So it's a great experience for players who want to succeed and want to go on and do better things, but also want to improve and want to develop. So in this clip I'm about to show you is a player that joined us last year and he actually got scouted and he's currently at West Ham. And it shows the kind of the level that he's at to be able to get scouted. So he's a centre mid. So it's a short clip and it shows his strengths and what got him the trial for to be scouted. Have a look.
okay.
So it's a great player there. Should score. He's passing it, but he's passing and he's running forwards. So he's not just admiring his pass. Long range passing, great pass, comfortable, receiving the ball deep. Scores a goal with his head. Tackling, great pass as well. Another fantastic pass so that you can see the vision. Again, work rate to win the ball. Can he use his weaker foot? He can and he scores. Again, working hard off the ball. So important. Great skill. Great pass as well. Again, brilliant pass. Fantastic skill again. Great pass. So that is, the kind of level of a player at our camp. That kind of, if you're trying to get scouted, if you're trying to go to the next level, Hugo was one of the standout players last year. And he's starting off his career and hopefully he does big things. But what I'm gonna show you now, and then I'm gonna take any questions you have. Okay, so what we learned on how to impress a scout train effective camp. Okay, so let me just show you. Really,
Um,
really simple. So first and foremost, have you got a question?
oh no, I thought it was a question. So I
No.
start. No,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So I'll ask you a question. I'll ask you a question now. And then I'll stop so you can answer. Just give me 1 second. So really, really simple. When you go on a trial, when you come to a train effective camp, whatever it is, a lot of players they overthink it. You become a bit nervous, and you let your nerves control you. So the biggest thing is to control your nerves. Okay, so always make sure you do the same thing you've been doing, and you don't treat it like, oh my God, like it's a big thing, and you start playing the fear, you start overthinking every mistake you make. So the best thing is take deep breaths, relax, and concentrate on your own game and not the occasion. Very, very simple. Second thing, believe in your ability. So there's a reason why you're there. There's a reason why, you're playing. It's because you're good enough. So believe in yourself, otherwise no one else will. If you don't believe in yourself, the coaches won't believe in you, the scouts won't believe in you, and your teammates won't believe in you. So self-belief is very, very important in football and in anything really, in life. Okay. So it's really, really important to have confidence and a purpose in everything you do. Third thing, positive mindset. Okay. Having a positive mindset at all times. So everyone's human. People are gonna have negative thoughts that creep into their mind now and then, but you have to try and any negative thought that come into your mind, you have to try and just put it in a bin, okay? Because negative thoughts is your worst enemy, and you don't want any negativity into your mind. You want to make sure you have a positive mind. Um, you communicate on the pitch at all times, okay? Really important. You help your teammates. You're a leader. You're a supportive teammate. Um, so important, and that's one thing scouts look for. They want to see, is he helping his teammates out? Is he giving constructive criticism? Is he supporting them? Is he praising them? That's all part of what a scout looks for. So really, really important. Again, be effective on the ball. So never shy away from the ball. If you're at one of our camps and you're looking to try and get scouted, or you shouldn't shy away from the ball. You should be comfortable, make yourself an option to receive the ball whenever you can. You want to be involved as much as possible. Okay, so you don't want to shy away and not really receive the ball. Um, a lot of players as well, what they do, as you saw from the clips I showed you from one of our games, they try and overcomplicate things. So an easy pass, they'll try and overcomplicate and play the hard pass, which is not a good look. You might think, oh, if I play that hard pass, it's going to look better. It doesn't. Sometimes the most simple things is the ones that makes you stand out more. So don't try and do too much when it's not needed. Focus on doing the basics really well, okay? And then as you grow in confidence during the game, show a skill or two at the right moment to show that you have a skill in your locker as well to get you out of trouble or to create an opportunity for yourself. Again, unnecessary skills showboating, which are not effective, is not a good look. So what we see at our camps, what scouts see if a player's doing unnecessary skills, which I don't know, it could be in his own box or it's not really doing anything, it's not really affecting the game. It's not really a good look. Influencing the game. If you're looking to get scouted, you have to make sure you're influencing the game. You need to make sure you bring your quality to impress the scouts. So, for example, as you saw in the clips, a striker that was playing for Train Effective, he had one chance and he scored it. So a striker needs to be clinical in front of goal. Okay. A winger needs to make sure he's effective in a 1v1 situation and has good end products. So what we saw from our wingers in the clips where they were getting down, they were running, they were working hard off the ball, but what they were lacking was the final quality, the final cross, the final pass, and that comes from the end product. Okay, a midfielder, so a center attacker mid needs to make sure he's calm on the ball and has different ranges of passing. So you saw from our center mid there, who was dropping in deep, he was scanning, he was starting off the attacks, very comfortable on the ball, and again that shows his kind of aura on the pitch and his kind of stature that he's comfortable doing this, and the scouts look for that, and already that's a big tick. Defenders need to be strong, hard in their tackle, win their headers. Okay, making sure on the ball they're great as well. As you saw in the clips, the defenders sometimes defensively they were a bit shaky and kind of when to go aggressive, when to drop deep. But on the ball, they were comfortable. They made little good movements to get on the ball and then start off attacks. And I thought, the goalkeeper was probably one of the best players at the camp. He was great distribution, good shot stopping, coming out, claiming crosses. He was loud, he communicated. So really, really important. As well as how you have to be good on the ball, you have to be just as effective off the ball. So you saw the example of the winger that was working so hard to try and help his teammate up and down the pitch. And then when he looked when the opportunity didn't come to nothing, he still worked hard to help his team defend as well. And that's the bare minimum. So scouts want to see that in a player. They want to see your desire. They want to see your work rate. If you're only effective on the ball and ineffective off it, then you won't stand out. Okay. Um, there's only one Messi, there's only one Ronaldo. You know, they're the only two players that have that kind of freedom where they don't really need to defend. Whereas everyone else, you need to make sure you're doing the defensive work just as well as much as you are and doing it on the ball as well. So you need to make sure you're tracking back and you need to make sure you're making good intelligent runs to exploit the space. So again, at the camps, you have to make sure you act professional at all times. So the scout will ask the coaches, how is he at the hotel? What's he like off the pitch? Okay. What's his body language? Is he punctual? Is he on time? Does he wear the correct kit? Does he listen to his coaches? Does he act like a professional off the pitch? Does he look after himself? Does he sleep well? You know, all of these things they take into account because they want to make sure, is he someone that we want to invest in? Is he someone that we want to take into our club to work with, to help develop? So those are the details you need to tell yourself. I can be the best player on the pitch, but I need to make sure I'm acting like a professional off the pitch as well. And final thing, leave everything on the pitch. Leave with no regrets. Okay. So when you come there, enjoy it. Um, learn, develop, but give everything you have no matter what, if it's your trial, if it's a train effective camp, give everything you have because you don't want to leave there saying to yourself, you know what, I had another 20%. I had another 20% I could have given, but then it's too late after that. So make sure you give everything and you know, you're not lazy and you're not doing the bare minimum. And you leave that pitch telling yourself, you know what, I couldn't give any more. And that's all the scouts look for. That's all the coaches look for. They look for a player that gives everything. And that's pretty much it. So let
Can
me.
you like show the
Mhm.
all the slides of like what to do because I want to like screenshot it so I can take a
Yeah.
contact.
Sure. Give me 1 second. That's your first one.
Yes. Next. Thanks. Next. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. 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 Thank you.
Perfect. That's it. No worries. So what I'll do now, we'll do a quick Q&A. So give me 1 second. So okay. So any questions that you have, Temi, anything that you want to ask me, feel free to for the next 5 minutes.
Okay. So like I'm a winger, like right winger. So
Okay.
as far as I'm concerned, I learned that I should like always work hard to even if I don't get the ball in the end, I should press. So I would ask like uh, should I like how so when will I rest or like how to like uh, keep your stamina for the whole
Yeah.
game?
Yeah. Okay. Good question. So it's about running smart, rather than just running for the sake of running. Okay. So you need to understand when is the moment that you need to go and press, and when is the moment where you might need to just save your energy and conserve it. So it comes from your striker. Okay. So your striker is the trigger. So if you see, for example, your striker going to press, um, and you can see, all right, he's going to press. I need to back him up. That's when you need to go. If you see your striker, as you saw in some of the clips, our striker wasn't really pressing. He was just staying back. So that was your opportunity for the wingers to really catch their breath and to just relax, hold their position, and not really press. But if the striker went or the midfielder went, that's when you need to go. So it's about the trigger and going at the right time. Because if you just keep going every second, you're gonna get tired. And when you get the ball, it's gonna be tough for you. So you have to make sure you time it off the striker's trigger.
Mm, okay, it makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah, good. Any other questions?
Uh, so like if I'm also like playing Boro fullback sometimes,
Yeah.
what should I like focus on the most to like bring attention of the scouts like on trials
Okay.
in my trainings?
Yeah, perfect. So as a fullback, what scouts look for the most is firstly, this is the biggest thing, is how does a fullback in a 1v1 situation, how does he do? So they will see, when the winger has the ball and he's up against you in a 1v1 situation, how are you defensively? Um, if you're strong, if you're sound, and if you're hard to beat and you give the winger a tough time, that's a major, major plus. Because in this day and age, it's very rare. It's hard to find a strong kind of defender that's hard to beat in a 1v1 situation. So that's what they always look for. And then the rest of it comes after. Obviously, your game intelligence, your technique, your technical ability, your kind of physical as well. How are you, physically? Do you have do you have enough stamina to go up and down the pitch? How are you on the ball? How are you going forwards? So, but the main thing that they look for, like the first thing, is obviously the 1v1 situation. And then obviously everything after that comes after.
Okay, thank you. Uh,
No problem.
okay, I think I've got my questions.
All good? Okay, perfect. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that masterclass. I'll probably do another one very soon. And yeah, looking forward to speaking to you again, mate.
Thank you.
No worries, man. Take care.
Thank you. Good luck. Thank you
Cheers.
for the masterclass. Take
No,
care.
you're welcome. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Perfect.
Goodbye.
Take care, mate. Have a good day.